This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective Supreme Knight Batman. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard 112 box, with the Batman logo at the center. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with its different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. Alright guys, so finally we have Supreme Knight Batman in our collections. Now this ends the trilogy of the Mezco Batman figures that they were trying to get, where it was like his year one attire, then we got his more like mid-career, now we got him more in his elder years as Batman, and as you can see, this is kind of like an homage to that whole Dark Knight Returns Batman, where he's a little bulkier, he's a little more husky, he's got more of a dad bod going on, he's not so slim and things like that. We got things like the thicker bat logo and the shorter ears, so that's really cool, man. I like that a lot. So let me just bring this in real quick. So here's my other Mezco Dark Knight Returns Batman, but again, you can see with the shorter ears, the thicker bat logo, and he's a little more huskier like this compared to the other ones. Like, say if I bring in my year one here, you can see he's definitely more thinner. And you can see not as buff and things like that, so this is him training. So that's actually why I'm really cool with things like Robert Pattinson not being super buff right now. I don't mind this being a little more agile Batman to the point where he gets like this. So I think that's really, really cool. But this thing, oh my god, this... Okay, Mezco, in my opinion, makes the best Batman toys. That's just, in my opinion, that's a fact. In my opinion. But I love this. So the cowl looks incredible. I love all the detail. You can see here scratches and line work and texturing and things like that all look really, really good. We'll look in the back here. All that looks awesome, man. I love this. The actual bat logo looks really good too. Again, nice and thick. You can see dents and scratches in it. And then the soft goods is so well done on this figure. I've always said before, I love how Mezco does their soft goods, how they're able to like print this like texture and patterns on the soft goods. Looks really, really cool. The belt looks really nice, all done in black. The gauntlets look amazing. So much detail in there. I mean, this looks really, really good, dude. I love that. All the way down to his pants. Again, you see all the texture in there that they print on. These like pads and things like that. The knee pads look really, really cool too. Again, look like it's worn. He's seen some crazy battles. Down to the boots. Again, all those scratches and nicks. Some like silver dry brushing on there to make it look like, you know, these seen some battles, man. These crazy boots with that thick tread on the feet there look really cool. Yeah, man, I love this. You got his grapple gun on the back of the belt, which I love that they do with these particular figures. And this one actually works better than the previous releases, so I love that. Again, how the texturing, the padding looks, how they print that on there. It's so cool. And you could tell, you know, since this is an older Batman, he obviously is up there in age, man, and he needs all the padding and protection he can get, so it kind of looks almost like semi-armored, you know what I mean? So I love that. Really, really cool looking figure. I am so happy we're finally completing this trilogy. Obviously, we're going to get other versions of this particular figure. You know, we got the blue PX version. Fingers crossed for an all-black version. You got to have that with the other ones. But this does wrap up our Supreme Knight trilogy here. Okay, so now let's talk accessories. So of course we got the Mezco stands, which I always say are my favorite stands. I love this. You got that gray and black with that thicker bat logo, which looks really cool. We also, of course, get the articulated clear arm, which comes with every Mezco figure. So I love that for getting those aerial poses. And you're going to want to use this, trust me, with this particular figure. That it's perfect, trust me. We also do get a bunch of interchangeable hands. We got like different types of gripping hands, if my camera would actually focus. Just all different kinds of grip hands for different kinds of gripping for all these different weapons, closed-fisted hands, We got more things like open palm hands. We got hands for gripping things like his batarangs. So all of them are very well sculpted. You can see inside the padding, all of that. I mean, they go really into detail with this kind of stuff, and I think it looks so cool. I love what Mezco does here with all these kinds of things. Just all the knuckles on there, it looks really, really cool. I love that. We also do get a bunch of batarangs. We got 10 of these little gold batarangs, again, designed to look like that thicker bat logo. And I love how all these Batmans have just come with just a ton of batarangs and a lot of accessories, so I love that. So that's really cool. Those look really nice. We also do get this little little bundle of gold batarangs, which is nice too. That's kind of an homage to that Dark Knight Returns Batman where he would always grip like 3 batarangs at the same time. So this is really cool, and you can get in one of those like gripping hands, and it works out there perfectly. We also do get this like thicker, heavy batarang, which is really cool. I love this skin. The sculpt looks great. See some scratches, some dry brushing on there. All that looks really, really nice. Then you got this one too, which is really cool too. This is almost like a gripping punch thing. So I don't know if he stabs people with this. I have no, but this thing looks pretty brutal. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to be careful with this, because when I first put it in his hand, I thought this snapped. I was like, oh crap, it just broke. For a second, I was like, really weird, but then I realized it collapses. So just be careful. I feel like this really could break pretty easily. And you can just kind of clip it back in like so, and then it has something like that. So that's really nice. Love all the and that's one thing I will say. I love all the gadgets that we get with all these Batman figures. Just a ton of stuff. Let me get this out here because I don't want to forget this back here. Like though, and it is a very tight fit in this belt right here. Like it's like I am having a lot of trouble doing this like that because it's such a tight fit, but I actually like the tight fit, so that was good too. Anyways, so put him over there. His grapple gun for this one, and I love how we get all the different grapple guns for like the evolution of Batman here, and I'll try to include a picture with the 3 different grapple guns. But this thing just looks awesome with that like gunmetal, the blacks, the silvers, the gold, all looks really, really cool. Then we do get the arrows here, or the grapples themselves, grapple darts. I don't know how you want to say that, but does this go in a certain way? It doesn't look like it goes in a certain way, or maybe like that. I don't know. Like it goes in. No, well, I don't know why. I feel like I'm having way more trouble than. Oh, there we go. So it goes in there just like that, which is really cool. We got the collapse one. We get one that's more open, so you can take this out, pop in one that's more open like that, which is pretty cool too. So I love the options here. And then you get one that actual string attached to it if you want to do that and tie it to something to look like he's actually grappling onto something. It will not hold his weight if you want to look like he's actually swinging, so don't even try that. But still, this is really, really cool. And then we come to this thing right here. This thing is really cool looking. I absolutely love this big beefy gun, but I don't know what this is for, because it's called the Equalizer Cannon. I don't know what that means. I've never really seen him. Like, I know Batman doesn't really use guns all that much, and he uses some types of guns, so I don't know if this thing is supposed to be like a shotgun, because it looks like it's supposed to cock, but it doesn't actually do it here. So I don't know if this sends some kind of like blast, or some kind of like electrical blast, or charges, or beanbags. I have no clue, but he has what's called an Equalizer Cannon. Again, this is an older Batman, probably can't go toe-to-toe like as often as he would like, so he has to use other types of gadgets. But this thing's insanely cool, and honestly, I'm gonna display this Supreme Knight Batman with this thing just because I love it so much. It's just a big boy, and it looks like you can put some kind of like tassel on there if you wanted to too. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try and figure that out. But that looks awesome, and I love that. We also do get interchangeable heads. Now, I've already shown you the basic head here, which looks really good. Again, love the cowl, love everything about those with the short ears. Again, very reminiscent of that Dark Knight Returns. So you could pop this off just on a ball peg like so, and then we could pop on this one right here, which has more of the gritting teeth. Mezco is a little awkward when it comes to like the teeth showing on their figures. It kind of looks a little weird. It's not bad at a distance, but when it's close up like this, it does look a little goofy. I'm not completely sold on these, and you'll see some pictures later on where it looks pretty good. But again, up close like this, it looks a little weird in my opinion. So you guys might completely dig it. What I also do like is we get an unmasked head like this. Now, I love this because we're finally getting Bruce Wayne older. You can see he has more wrinkles, the gray hair, all of that looks really, really good. So if I bring in another younger Batman here, you can see the differences from his younger age to his older age. This guy's definitely seen some battles, man. It probably would have been cool if you see some scars on his face, and it kind of looks like there is, but I'm not sure if those are wrinkles or scars. But either way, this looks awesome. Again, we're getting a full evolution of Batman here, which is just so rad. Now, I'm going to take this off here because one special thing about this figure that I've been saying, and I know a lot of us have been saying for a long time, that I've mentioned in my early Mezco reviews, I love soft goods capes. I don't like plastic capes. I love soft goods capes where they can drape and just look really, really cool. So, if I put this on, you can actually adjust this cape to where it goes over him like so. You could really bring it all the way across because that's a very Batman-like thing to do. So I love that. Or you could bring it to the back and over the shoulders. Now, what I've said, some people are really into wired capes. I don't mind them. I think they're cool. I don't prefer them. I actually prefer just this to where they drape more naturally, and I think it, in my opinion, looks better for me. What I said a long time ago, and a lot of us have, why not make interchangeable capes? Well, it looks like Mezco finally listened to us and finally gave us that option. So you're going to take off the head. You don't have to take off the head. And you can take off this whole cowl piece, which is just on a magnet that holds on right there. You can take this whole cape off like so and bring in another cape that's actually wired. So you can actually just take that and like rest it right there. And then we can get that cowl piece and then get that on like so, and then pop a head back on like that. And now you have a wired cape, and this thing works pretty well. So you got all kinds of bends in it at the different points, which look really cool. And you'll see some pictures later on where you can really get this thing flared out to the sides and make it looking like it's like swooshing behind him and stuff. So lots of cool options for that. I just think that's awesome, man. This, from now on, Mezco, this is going to have to be your standard when it comes to caped characters, because there are those of us like me who love just the standard draping capes. That's my preference. There are also those that have the wired cape preference who want to pose their capes around and things like that. I totally understand that too. So I think this is perfect, especially if you're going to make another Superman or anything like that. You gotta have both. That's my opinion. Mezco, please listen to us. This is what we want from now on. So I think that's awesome. What's also really cool, you can just take the capes off completely and then just have them displayed like this without any cape. We've seen Batman like that before. You know what I mean? Take this head off right here and then maybe just put on that like that. Like he's kind of like undressed or getting undressed in the back cave where he kind of just chills without a cape and not a cowl. He's just chilling at the back computer, that kind of thing. So you can totally do stuff like that. I love this. Let me put this back on here. And I love how this piece actually form fits around like the barrel. So that actually holds it on there really nice and tight. So I love that. So anyways, I think that's super awesome, man. I love what Mezco has done with this. This, again, the interchangeable cape thing is a game changer in my opinion. That's something a lot of us have been clamoring for a long time. They're trying, I guess they're testing it out with this Batman figure, and in my opinion, it's a total success. The magnet holds onto there really nice and solid. When you're popping off the head, it might come off like so. So just hold on to the cowl and then pull the head off like that. It works great. So all the accessories they get, this is just makes for one awesome Batman figure. I am just drooling over this guy at how awesome he is. Alright, so now let's check out his articulation. So the head's on a ball joint, rolls around the neck like so, rolls around, turns left and right, up and down, and pivots side to side. Arms can go all the way up like so, down, up and out. We do get a butterfly joint, rotation at the bicep. Seems like I don't know if it's a double jointed elbow. It actually feels like it is, but he's so bulky and buff. You can't get double as much as you would want, but it actually does feel like there is a double joint in there. Rotation at the glove, or the gauntlet hinge and swivel at the wrist. We get a double ball peg in the midsection that rolls around like so, does turn left and right, pivot side to side, crunches back and forth. We got hip joints that kick forward that far, back about that much, splits out about very far, so that actually works really good. Rotation in the upper thigh, double jointed knees that work very well. Rotation at the boot, ankles are on ball pegs, so those roll around, rotate up and down, and a decent ankle rocker. It looks like the sculpting of the actual boot itself prevents it from rocking a little too much, but I wish it could be a little better, but it's still not bad at all. So overall, holy crap, I love this thing. Oh my god, again, I've said it many times before, Mezco makes the best Batman figures, and I am a die-hard Batman fan, and again, this line could not speak to me anymore because it's just so perfect when it comes to the Batman figures. I love this piece. If you're a Batman fan like me, if you're a Mezco fan like me, this is one of those figures that, in my opinion, everyone has to have in their collections. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figures. Also for comparison, here are all 3 Batman Trilogy figures from Mezco, starting with Ascending Knight, Sovereign Knight, and finally Supreme Knight Batmans. And for even more Mezco comparison, here he is standing next to the 112 Collective, The Dark Knight Returns Batman. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of Supreme Knight Batman. Now overall, I've loved this entire trilogy of Batman figures that Mezco has given us. They really are some of my all-time favorite Batman figures, and trust me, I have a ton. Ascending Knight was incredible, Sovereign was amazing, and Supreme Knight really shows that Mezco is going all out. I love all these wicked cool accessories that are highly detailed, highly functional. You get awesome detail in the sculpt, the paint, the soft goods are amazing. I absolutely love the different head sculpts and all the different interchangeable hands, and the interchangeable cape is something we've all been wanting for so long. That really appeases both parties, for those that just want hanging draping capes and wired capes. That is a benchmark that Mezco definitely needed. Now if you just love Batman or love Mezco, this Supreme Knight Batman is one of the coolest Batman action figures you can possibly own. I love this trilogy. It is so awesome and definitely a must get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.